is, of course, one of the sectors that's batting against MIV, but we're not discussing that right now. We're discussing the sales trends. We've got Sonia joining in. Sonia, take us through how the numbers and the picture looks this time.
Well, the numbers look quite good this time, better than what the street was estimating for sure. So the trend is more on the upside than on the downside. And the cracker for number this time has come from Maruti. Highest ever domestic sales for a single month. And the bigger positive really is that the export deceleration has gotten arrested. So now after months of falling exports, we've finally seen a marginal growth of 0.3% in its export figures. The new launches like the Vitara Brezza have contributed to a phenomenal rise in the UV sales, and that's what's led to an overall sales growth of 12.7% and a domestic sales growth of 13% for Maruti. So that's the best number. Second in line is Royal Enfield. Good numbers coming in from the management of Eicher. This time, in fact, it's been the fourth consecutive month of an up move in sales for them, and a total sales growth of 30% is what Royal Enfield has posted, coming in at 53,378 units. Ashok Leyland has been the disappointment though. The sales have been weak for the second straight month in a row. Now, dealer checks have indicated that both the freight demand as well as the replacement demand has been slowing down. Freight rates, in fact, have fallen by 1.5 to 2% in the month of July, and that's what you're seeing in the numbers as well. So overall sales have fallen by 5%, medium and heavy commercial vehicle sales have fallen by 7%, and LCV sales are up just about 4%. Escorts reported good sales numbers for the month of July, double-digit growth in the tractors once again. But all in all, you'd have to say that apart from Ashok Leyland, most of the numbers have been better than expected.
All right, Sonia, thanks so much for that. Now, before we go on any further,